it's Mina, and I'm going to do a movie review, and this will be my last one until Christmas. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Anyway, since today's Halloween, I thought, whoops, sorry, my movie review sheet was upside down. Anyway, since today's Halloween, I thought, why not do a movie review of my favorite Halloween movie, which is Tim Burton's Corpse Bride. So Corpse Bride is about this man who is about to be married to someone named Victor, who is voiced by Johnny Depp, who is about to be married to Victoria, who is voiced by Emily Watson, to help her family as well. But he accidentally humiliates himself by messing up the ceremony, so he runs away, and while practicing his vows in the forest, he accidentally finds himself married to a dead woman, and now he has to get out of it if he wants to return to the woman he loves. Okay, so to start Corpse Bride named Emily, and he wants to get out to be married to the woman he loves. Sorry about that, I forgot that part. And she's voiced by Helena Bonham Carter. I left that part out, oops. Anyway, to start this off, I love Corpse Bride. It's one of my favorite Tim Burton films, that and Nightmare Before Christmas, which I will be review at Christmas time. I'm sorry, I cannot talk today, apparently. So, I love the story. I love how it's like all claymation kind of mixed with computer animation a little bit. That's what it looks like to me. And I love how, I love the characters. I love how they look kind of creepy, and I love how the color of their skin makes them look kind of creepy. Like if they're dead, they're blue. If they're alive, they're pale white. It's pretty interesting. Interesting how he changes the colors of his character's skin, and I love all the characters, and I love the songs. I love everything about this movie. When we first saw it, my mom didn't really like it that much. Well, actually, she did like it, but she preferred Nightmare Before Christmas better. And I liked this one when I first saw it just as much as I liked Nightmare Before Christmas. And I actually just watched it for the first time in like probably, I was in 7th grade when this came out. Almost 10 years. Wait, was it 8? I think it was 8 years. I watched it for the first time in like almost 8 or 9 years. I still love it as much as I did when I first saw it when it came out. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the director. This was directed by Tim Burton, and Tim Burton, I've only seen like one of his movies, which is The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is like one of his most popular films of all time. And it's a great film. It's one of my favorites, and I will be reviewing it at Christmas time. So next I'm going to talk about the characters. I like Victor. He's really funny, how he's always clumsy, he messes stuff up, and he tries his best to become perfect. And then he makes a lot of mistakes, which I like. I like those characters that make a lot of mistakes, and they'll do whatever. And he tries to do whatever it takes to get out of it. And I like those characters who make a lot of mistakes, but then they'll try whatever they can to get out of it. To get back to what they really want. So yeah, that's what I like about Victor. And he's voiced by Johnny Depp. And Johnny Depp, I'm very familiar with him. He was in Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. He played Captain Jack Sparrow. He was in Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Is that the second one? I can't remember. I think it's the Dead Man's Chest. I think that's what it is. And he also played the same character. And then he was also in the movie Finding Neverland, which is another one of my all-time favorites. And he played J.M. Barrie, who is the guy who wrote the original Peter Pan. So I'm really familiar with him. Next I'm going to talk about Emily. What I like about Emily is I like how she's like, her skin is like blue because she's a corpse, and I feel really sorry for her because she was murdered by her own lover. Just for her family money, and that's what I find really sad. And what I like about her is I love that she's talented at playing the piano. She is very kind and caring, and she'll even though she loves someone, she'll do whatever it takes to make them happy, even if they don't love her back. And I like how she cares for everybody, including a dead dog. And sorry, that was my phone. I like how she cares for all her corpse friends and takes care of them, and that's what I like about her. And she is voiced by Helena Bonham Carter. And Helena Bonham Carter, the only movie I Sorry, I think that was my phone. The only movie I think that I've seen her in was Women Talking Dirty. And that's like an English movie. It takes place in England, and it's a pretty good film. I've only seen it like once, though. So I've only seen it like once. And next I'm going to talk about the character Victoria. What I like about Victoria is I like how she's sweet, kind, caring, and she falls in love with Victor as soon as she meets him, and she finds out that she's betrothed to him, and she sees him before the wedding starts, and that's pretty much, I hear it's bad luck to see the bride before the wedding. Is that true? True? Let me know. No, I'm not getting married or anything, it's just, I just don't understand how it's bad luck for the groom to see the bride before the wedding. And they fall in love when they meet before their wedding, and she's kind and she cares for Victor, and she'll do whatever it takes to be with him, and she just loves him, and she'll like do whatever it takes to help her family. Like she'll marry someone that she doesn't love just to save her family and make sure they're safe. And she's voiced by Emily Watson, and Emily Watson I'm not familiar with in anything else but this movie. Next I'm going to talk about the character Lord Barkas. I do not like him at all. I don't like him because he wants some Victoria's family money, and he like uses women to marry them just so he can get their hands on their money, which is just stupid. He reminds me of those like step parents who marry a widow or a widower or a divorcee who pretends to like the widow or widower or divorcee's kids, and they'll just want to marry them. They'll pretend to love them when they actually just want their money, and that's just stupid. Why would somebody just want to marry them for their money? And he did the same with the character Emily too. Sorry if I give it away. So he just wanted to marry her just for the money. And he's voiced by Richard E. Grant. And Richard E. Grant sounds familiar, but I've never seen him in anything. I think I've heard his name, but he's just not familiar. Next, I'm going to talk about Maggot, and he's a worm, and he lives inside of Emily's head, and he's like her, I like how he's like her conscious, and he talks to her, and she talks to him, and he helps her out, and he tells her what is right and what is wrong, and he like tries to make her feel better. They're about losing things, and he'll do whatever it takes to help her out. And he's voiced by N. Reitel, and N. Reitel, I'm not familiar with him in anything else but this movie. And he looks like he kind of reminds me of one of those creepy characters you see with like the weird looking lips, the human character you see. He reminds me of that weird looking scientist in a Bugs Bunny cartoon with the furry monster. I don't know if a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about from the Looney Tunes. I don't know. He was like this weird looking scientist character. I don't know what his name is. He was like creepy. He had like kind of buck teeth separate, and he had like huge fish lips. It was creepy. He reminds me of that character, and he had like black hair, and he was like a scientist. I don't know what his name was, but he just reminded me of that. Next, I'm going to talk about Black Widow, and what I like about Black Widow, even though Black Widows are dangerous spiders, but I like this character, Black Widow. She is Emily's friend. I like how she cares for Emily, and she brings up her spirit, and even though she is dead, and she supports her, cares for her, makes sure she's safe, and makes sure she's all right, and she does whatever she can to help her. And she's voiced by Jane Horrocks, and Jane Horrocks, I'm not familiar with her in anything else but this movie. Next, I'm going to talk about the setting. What I like about the setting is it takes place in the Victoria time. Sorry, my neck was itchy. And she's like, and it's like really cool because I get to see what life was like back then. And it looks pretty realistic, even though everything is like, looks like it's kind of like paper mache / claymation almost. and I think that's what most of Tim Burton's movies are, is claymation / paper mache or whatever it's called. I like how it looks pretty realistic with the bridge and the town, and I like how it has all the Victorian houses, the Victorian countryside, and like the woods. The woods was really cool. The woods look so realistic. It looks like the actual forest from like it looks like the actual forest in the okay, it looks like a real life forest, but I like how they made the trees look like all realistic and dead with no leaves. It's pretty cool. Cool how they did that, and I like how they did like the whole village, the Victorian houses, including the Victorian windows, and everything in the Victoria area. It all looks so realistic and amazing. I'm so impressed by the way they did the set. Sorry, I had to fix my shirt. Okay, so I would recommend Corpse Bride to anybody who likes Tim Burton, because he's an awesome actor, Johnny Depp, because he's Tim Burton's a director, sorry, I meant to say director, Tim Burton, because he's an amazing director, anyone who likes Johnny Depp or Helena Bonham Carter, or movies that take place in Victorian England, and weird looking / paper mache / claymation, whatever the animation was in the movie Corpse Bride. It was Bride because it's really cool, and I like how they do all the characters and stuff. Anybody who likes any Tim Burton movies that are made the way he made Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay, so that was my review on Corpse Bride. I hope you guys liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any requests in the description box down below, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!